dignitaries on the dais, and CREDAI Telangana State, all 16 chapters, as well as Telangana, Hyderabad, CREDAI unit ki. I really want to thank you, all of you, for organizing this occasion to unveil the book on basically SOP, which I thought అంటే మనం తరఫు నుంచి ప్రభుత్వ తరఫు నుంచి చేయాల్సిన పని ఒక రకంగా చెప్పాలంటే మీరు చేసుకున్నారు. సో ఐ విష్ టు థ్యాంక్ ఆల్ ఆఫ్ యూ. అండ్ ఆల్సో I had the opportunity of going through this SOP, and I must compliment the entire team who have done this work. It's an excellent compilation of how things should be done properly. I request that ఇది మీ వెబ్సైట్లో కూడా పెట్టి అండ్ టైమ్ టు టైమ్ కొత్త జియోస్ వస్తే or whenever there are improvements or any new notifications, that also may be added in this. So it's a great job done, and my compliments to all of you for bringing out this SOP. Regarding Hyderabad, regarding Telangana, all of you know it's a success story, I would say, on all fronts, especially real estate. Since 2015, the growth has been extremely good, very spectacular growth, what we are seeing because of various factors, various initiatives taken by the state government. Right from the time when 2015 24/7 power supply was announced and implemented. Likewise, 2015 TS IPAS policy was brought out for encouraging and inviting new industries. And since then, every year there have been new initiatives by the state government because of which the growth of industries has been extremely good. Honorable Minister, Municipal Administration, who is also Industries Minister, K.T. Ramarao sir, recently he was informing that almost 18,000 new industries have been accorded approval under TS IPAS. That itself speaks volume, because with each industry, ancillary industries comes, employment increases, and there is a lot of migration from other places also. As a result, the growth of real estate is from within. మనవాళ్ళందరూ అంటే ఫ్లాట్స్ తీసుకుంటారు, అదే రకంగా those who are coming from other states and other countries, they also are likely to be firstly in rented houses, and then those who want to settle down in Hyderabad, they go for their own purchases. When we compare Hyderabad with some of the other cities like Bangalore, Pune, and some of the North Indian cities like Delhi, Gurgaon, etc., Hyderabad has a lot of advantages. For example, the cost of living in Hyderabad and Telangana is still very affordable. The infrastructure setup which is happening, say for example outer ring road, then a lot of new radial ring roads and link roads are coming up. They are acting as impetus to new real estate growth. Law and order situation is extremely good. There is a stable political setup. There is a very cosmopolitan culture in Telangana. Language is not a constraint. All these factors makes it a very welcome place for anyone who is coming from other parts of the country and other parts of the world. I know people, they come from Delhi, they come here to work for a few years, and after that their families decide to settle down in Hyderabad. So there are a lot of such cases which are there, and it's a very, very welcome sign. Regarding the housing also, when we see on all fronts, right from 2 BHK onwards, very affordable kind of housing setup, and the cost is still extremely competitive when we compare with other parts of the country. Just to kind of make things more conducive, I would like to discuss few more things what we are doing. Okati, we have a project called HRDC. HRDC is Hyderabad Road Development Corporation. In it, we take up new link roads. So, suppose a kilometer, 2 kilometers, 3 kilometers, if there are missing link roads, we take up construction of those roads so that those areas open up. It was started in Hyderabad, as the name suggests, Hyderabad Road Development Corporation. Recently, we have enhanced its scope up to entire ORR. So within ORR, wherever there are missing link roads or new roads are required, they are being taken up by HRDC. We have the experience during COVID time, we took up some of these new link roads, and the response was really good in terms of opening up of those areas. So likewise, recently we have done the study of places like nearby municipalities, Nagaram, Damaiguda, Johar Nagar, Nizampet, Bandlaguda Zagir, Pirzadiguda. We are trying to see a road network which connects up to ORR and service roads. Thereby, there is a seamless kind of movement of people from within the Hyderabad to, say, ORR in different directions. So this is one aspect. Second, recently we have, my team is here, our Chief City Planner Devendra Reddy is here, my Director Planning Balkrishna is here. We are trying to bring out what is called traffic impact assessment policy. We are saying TIA policy. So not just for a particular building, we are saying different types of construction. If it's residential construction, office complexes, high-end restaurant, fast food restaurants, pubs, hospitals. So we are defining various activities in terms of their coverage and then total built-up area, number of rooms, based on which we are trying to assess the intensity and density of the traffic which it's likely to. We are coming out with a policy that any construction which is beyond certain limit should follow the norms of this TIA policy. So I will share the draft TIA policy with CREDAI and all members. You have suggestions, you have recommendations, kindly give it. It's still at a draft stage. But the idea is that we need to go for planned development so that traffic problems can be sorted out in a very systematic manner. Likewise, we are also coming up with area development plan, because while most of the growth is taking place in West Hyderabad, it's very encouraging to see that now new constructions are coming up in north of Hyderabad, east of Hyderabad and south of Hyderabad, so in all directions. And I was just discussing with our members that the growth potential is pretty promising in places like Warangal, Khammam, Karimnagar, Mancherial, of all the places, and so on and so forth. So our idea is that we should have a comprehensive area development plan so that we know the road network, we know the water supply situation, we know the electrical connection points, and we try and kind of integrate whenever someone applies for building permissions. Under TS BPAS, we started last year. I'm very happy to announce that this year, from April onwards till now, first 6 months, we have accorded permission to more than 60,000 applications under TS BPAS, which is, it is still in the initial stages. We are still having some teething troubles, but I'm happy to announce that we have put a very professional team now. There is a gentleman who is an IT expert. He was heading IT unit in one big MNC with a 20-year experience. So we have put him as CEO of TS BPAS now. And I'm in constant touch with CREDAI Hyderabad unit, and hopefully the initial teething problems will be sorted out very soon. We have been able to kind of already address some of the issues regarding refunds, etc., etc. So I think it will be seamless now. But 60,000 for 6 months, despite recovering from COVID, is a very good, encouraging number, and I think that speaks the volume and the robustness our real estate sector has in the state. Likewise, I was just given to understand that the RERA applications which are there, permissions which have been given, is almost to the tune of about 1 lakh crore of rupees worth of investment which have been accorded approval under RERA. Doesn't include the likely inflation or some of the extra 10%, etc., cost enhancement, but that again is a very robust kind of indication of how real estate sector is doing. I'm very proud to say, and I feel very privileged to be a part of your family, that we are the second largest contributor in terms of employment after agriculture. Real estate sector today in the state is the second largest contributor in terms of employment, which is a great thing. And this fact often goes unnoticed. We only think in terms of individual realtor, individual developer, but the overall, if we see, it's a very big statement when we say that It's the second largest contributor to employment. And then there are a lot of spin-offs. You have kind of ripple effect where industries or units which are not directly engaged in construction also contribute in employment generation. So that again is a fact we acknowledge very humbly, and I wish to thank all of you for that, doing this great thing. A word of caution, which I think all of us, I guess, are worried at some level, that we must ensure that RERA has been here now for 4 years. So we should and we must encourage only the RERA approved projects. And this information must go to intended buyers, customers. In between, we had taken up a campaign from the department. CREDAI has been doing very regularly. But I think all units of CREDAI, you have 16 units, you have about 850 members in CREDAI in the state. It is our collective responsibility to pass on the message that only RERA approved projects should be taken up, should be considered, and should be sold. It is not for you or me, it is ultimately for the final customer who is going to buy. And it is for the good of the industry that this message, the sooner it goes, the better it is. The market will continue to grow at a very, very healthy growth. Otherwise, if we ignore this aspect, we may not be impacted immediately, but ultimately, non-RERA projects, if their percentage increases, it's a cause of concern for everyone, and ultimately it will have an impact on the market. So that's my humble request. We will be with you in this drive, whatever it's requires to be done from our side. But I will request that please sit together and come back with a policy alternative or what needs to be done exactly to kind of take this message down to the customer level very, very strongly, that here is RERA, that is the purpose of RERA registration, and only RERA registered projects should be considered, especially for housing and residential purposes. So this is one thing which I thought this is the right forum to kind of pass it on. We'll be there with you continuously, as I was mentioning, that from HMDA side, from MAUD side, regarding the common infrastructure or general infrastructure is concerned, I am very keen that the more we open these in terms of roads, in terms of green spaces, the more acceptability of an area increases. Accessibility is a must for any area, and that's where from HMDA side our effort is try and increase the road network as much as possible. HRDC, I just mentioned that within ORR, the entire network of radial roads and missing link roads, we are taking it up. You have suggestions. The other day, CREDAI Hyderabad had given me a list of few roads which can be included in that. You have more roads which you think are crucial missing links, not just within ORR, but outside ORR, Warangal, Karimnagar, elsewhere. You are most welcome to give us the list. My team is there. Give it to the respective municipal commissioners, or you can, through CREDAI, you can just write to me directly. And I assure you that infrastructure development is our responsibility. Let's grow together. We do the infrastructure, you do the real estate, and the state prospers in the process. I once again wish to thank all of you for having invited me here, and I wish you all the best. Thank you.